Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing?
Order filled.
Excuse you? Was what? Thanks, Carl. You looked pretty good when I left this morning, too. Well rested.
Stop filled.
Coming to you live from a few blocks from Wall Street. It's Pi-Fi. Tune in for a day of Fry and Pores complaining, ecstatically announced. Thank you so much, Adopted by Dan's. I appreciate it, dude. Good morning, man.
Order filled. Order filled.
Wow, that was quick.
Order filled. Stop filled. Order Stop filled.
I hope SCX hits 45.50 and I get stuck there so I can finish my Black Friday shopping. Okay. That's reasonable, I suppose. What a fucking weird morning. Is there still an entry on IWM? Yes. Hold on, let me go look at it. It's a little bit above. I would probably wait till it falls back below GN. Hold on. Hope SPX hits 50, 45.50 and gets stuck there. I really don't. That was a hell of a bounce. Let's see. DN on IWM's around 177.90. So like 178. I probably wouldn't go short till it went below that. Calls picked up on it on Friday, so did sold puts. Yeah, Russell might have an okay half day today.
Order filled. Stop filled.
Yes. All right. I think we have PMI at 945. Could PMI be bad enough to make this the top? I mean, PMI is important. I don't think it's going to outweigh the current positioning. But holy fuck, this morning's super volatile. I kind of expected realized vol to pick up a little bit, but this is nuts. Let's see. Pretty even across the board there. Okay. Tesla's doing good right now. Bounce on open. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it bounced right off of gamma neutral. That doesn't look super bullish, though. It might be with zero DTEs. Well, half of zero DTEs.
Order filled.
Yes is getting slaughtered right now.
Stop filled.
Is Baba in a bear flag on the 1 hour? No. Okay. On the 1 hour, maybe. It's right at resistance. It could still just be a bounce, right? And not a bear flag. I would make sure that it fails before I went short. I want to short Uber, but I saw Wall Street Bets post about it. Now I no longer want to short it. That's fair. Wall Street Bets isn't always wrong. Volume's low on ES. That's not too bad. I think it's just a little low because it's mostly sell side. It's breaking through the long-term uptrend right now. It just seems like kind of a big deal.
Order filled.
Hmm. ES's breaking down. Why are we going down? I thought today would be a massive run. I don't know about that. I don't think this looks particularly good. Hmm. There's quite a lot of puts at 55, so that's providing a little bit of support. 55.50. Watch for bounces on a test of 50, though. No, I didn't see my family. I'm about a far out of money 0DT put and call, so for 75 bucks, I'm ready to ride this day into the ground with minimal risk. All right, fair enough. How far out of the money? It sounds like you're just gonna get chewed up by theta. You know it's a half day, right?
Stop filled.
Go to the Olive Garden for Thanksgiving isn't the same as seeing your real family. Ugh.
Order filled.
Hmm. Good morning, Dork. 45, 50, 85. I don't think that 85 can go in the money. I'm gonna go look at a house today. Bit soon, don't you think? Have you given up the prospect of a pullback to around 44.50? Yeah. Oh wait, 44.50? No. No, I still think that's very likely. Can you play Vega on SPY indices? Are they better suited for only SPX? You can. I mean the contracts have relatively the same amount of Vega. It's not as good, obviously. But to scale it's similar. Notional moves on SPY are kind of lame. Yeah, they are. Oh shit.
Stop filled.
You little bitch.
Order filled.
All right. Hmm. Well, it's not that soon, apparently. Yeah, but rates are still so high. You know better. MTV, just wait until the bank forgets to heat it during the winter and the pipes burst, and then you can get 50% off the foreclosure price. Are we friends? I mean, I'm still pretty sure that you're trying to murder me. I straddled QQQ over Thanksgiving break. Somehow, with QQQ up 0.22%, my put side is the one that gained value. Huh. You should have been in the money this morning. QQQ's not up, it's down. From Wednesday? It's down like 16 bips. PMI out. Is it shitty? Oh, okay, so composite came in slightly higher. Manufacturing way down. Services a little bit up. All right.
Stop filled.
Any chance of seeing 45 465? 4565. Well, yes. This really doesn't get bearish unless it breaks down below 4550, right? So yeah, I think a move to the upside is still very possible. Trying to keep an eye on it because call and put interest are both rising right now. Let's think. Manufacturing down, services up, Dixie down, yields up. What a weird day.
Order filled.
Hmm. Things still look kind of bearish, but I think it's gonna I think it's gonna find support and bounce at some point here. Still a lot of support at 4550. Um 60, 50.
Stop filled.
Moonwind? Welcome back to Pigeon Whale, man. You crazy son of a bitch. What are you doing? Holy fuck.
$99 straight to Kirk's pocket. He's gotta be a shill cause he's taking all my money. Think he's got a gun to my head.
It was on this day. I think that's bullish.
Whales are the highest class of society.
Huh. Maybe. It's been decades. It really has. Thanks, Moon. I'm full porting covered calls. Here are my $10 GME CCs safe questions. Do you want to touch tips? GME does not look so hot today. But sexually we could, if you want to. Play the VUP song. It seems a bit soon. It's 1250 safe. No. No, it's not. Today? Like 1250 for today? Hmm. I want to go short a test. 45.67. Right? Right there, it's so close. When's a regular ETF buy-in for ACH transfers? 3 business days for XRT. Some of the BlackRock ones are 2 business days. Okay, I waited to buy my second put until now, and it's only $5 out of the money. Okay, that's not too bad. Farmville's buying puts. That's the ultimate bounce indicator. I think there's a chance that we see ES reject here on the test.
Order filled.
No, almost. It's a little bearish there. Not very. Hmm. Okay, kind of like that too.
Stock filled.
I'm only down $30 on the day, if you can believe it. All right. Well, you only spent 75, right? So you're down 50% of your total capital allocation. This is untradeable bullshit, Dork. Yeah, it could tap 45.75. That's something to consider if this breaks up. Holy shit, that's cheap. Alright, so the failure of the trend recovered. Let's see. Call buying's picking up here. Still not a lot of put selling, though. Maybe they learned their lesson on Friday. My theta's decaying faster than ES is moving. Because we have a violent move down, like Wednesday, that was fun. Right now, they're not selling a lot of puts. So I think the MM's long some puts like 45, 55, 45, 50. But they're not selling a shitload of puts today. So maybe not. At least not yet. It's still really early. Half day for the markets means half the likes for the stream. Probably, yeah. I just got a year-end bonus notice. The port is going back to even, and I don't have to pay taxes next year. Such an easy game. The market has only climbed since Moonwind came back. Just saying. Interesting. So you're saying he fucked up the dip? I put you on half speed, so it's not a half day for me. Nice. There's the breakout.
Order filled.
Oh, it's got to get some more volume here, right? It's got a pretty 65's a little bit of resistance. But a pretty clear path up to 70. The 75 calls dropped off really hard this morning. There were a lot more of those now earlier than there are now.
Stop filled.
Test 70. A little bit of put selling now.
Order filled.
See if they buy enough to keep the bounce going. Calls are pricing up. Well, it's stopped out there anyway, right? Okay. Looks is kind of all over the place. Will there ever be a red day again? Maybe. I mean, if they sell enough puts, today might end red. 45.80 ain't safe from us. Pickle Jar actively over leveraging 45.70s on a half day. I mean, I was just scalping the gamma, but don't over leverage strikes that far out of the money. I'm not used to options being so cheap in the morning. I don't like this. That's fun. It's gonna fail to move higher. It's 45.60. Still looks kind of good. I made 20% on quick call. I'm gonna wait for some bear signals at the top. That might not be a bad idea. Still put selling, but not a lot yet. Yeah, I did. Thanks, Annie. You? When will they release options that expire in the middle of the day? Don't say that out loud. Nvidia didn't look so hot this morning. There's a lot of sold calls on it already. So big IV crash after earnings. Not that IV wasn't already crushed into earnings, but dude, that looks kind of bullish.
Order filled.
Crude's going for it. Ooh, almost back to flat. That's a nice bounce.
Stop filled.
Yes, getting rejected a little bit. Inverse head and shoulders here. This looks kind of good on longer time frames though. SPX might pull back to like 57 here. 56. That was a pretty big failure. Okay, still buying calls and selling puts though. Are VIX calls overpriced, mispriced? Oh, they're not a good deal. I think like the add the money delta on VIX calls is like 0.72. Is it me or is the internet and market slow today? Too much turkey online on the servers? Maybe. I don't know. My favorite indicator is putting your stream on my TV and waiting for my cat to swat the candles. Swatting the top of the screen is puts, bottom is calls. What a great indicator. You still have your straddle expiring next week? Yeah. I've now made $40 on SPX0 DTE with a laptop and no mouse. What's your excuse? And $80 of settled cash in this account. Nothing's cleared yet. So it was buy the 470, 4570, or do nothing. I can check the other account. I've just been trading futures. I got really into it again yesterday. I'm twice as worse. I have lost 80 and have a gaming computer. Hmm. Ooh, yes, fell back below the trend again. So I think this is where they try to push it harder.
Order filled.
Hmm.
Stock filled. Order filled.
Can the market crash on a half day? Probably not, but we could end up stuck at 45.50. I don't know. They're buying a lot of calls. Diablo 4 free on Steam for a week. Well, 4 days now, in case anyone was curious of trying it out. Does it still suck? My mom had us over and made a beautiful meal. So grateful for her. She's always been my best friend. She's got a major spine surgery on the 1st. Please keep her in your thoughts, everyone. For sure. I wish her the best. Speedy recovery. Diablo 4 is so boring. Yeah, the last time I played it, it sucked.
Stock filled.
Nice. Hmm. That looks kind of bearish.
Order filled.
Hmm.
Stock filled.
Oh, is this a big flush? I don't know if they're trying to shake puts out. I don't think so. I think they're just trying not to lose 45.55. There's a lot of puts there. And 50 too. I'm pretty sure under 45.55 we start ramping down, so it's moderately important that that level is protected for the out of the money calls. If I have to go into therapy next week and tell her I lost more money, she's probably gonna hurt me. It's more of like a dominatrix than a therapist, huh? Two more weeks of ups and possibly pullback at the Fed meeting and new dot plot. Do you think a move under 4,000 is likely over the next few months, or is that too low? Over the next few months? We could, but there's a lot of data between now and then. I think this runs pretty close to over. I don't know how much it's going to pull back, though. I don't know if we're going to pull back to GN and stabilize, or we're going to go down further. Under 45.55, are you cutting your call straddle? No, I'm gonna keep it because I have it till next week. $45.55 is important on the daily, but over like on the longer dated options chain, it's not that big of a deal. ES volume is weaker than JPOW. Yeah, it's really not picking up much. It is a half day. See if it bounces on 63 again. It's so fucking choppy. Hmm. How long till market close? An hour? No. We've got 3 hours to go. About 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Order filled.
Double bottom. Yeah, this is gonna be super boring. When it's choppy like this, I like to zoom out and take my glasses off so the green candles don't scare me. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I probably I probably wouldn't play this much. It's kind of fun on ES because it's moving in wide ranges, but on SPX it's kind of shitty. QQQ is still really not having a very good day. Microsoft is down, Meta down, Apple down, Amazon, Google, and Nvidia. Yeah, QQQ is having a really shit day. Like all the Mag 7 are down, except well, Netflix doesn't count. Tesla's up a little bit, but even that looks kind of like a shit recovery. Crude gave up. Noted. The news is calling today Black Friday. Yeah, the market is flat. Exceedingly so. I got hard as a rock this morning thinking about Bobby holders having to explain the play isn't over yet at Thanksgiving dinner. Have they been holding that bag for an entire year? Like since last Thanksgiving? Holy fuck, they have been. Well, they're not holding the bag anymore, right? Their bags were forcibly taken from them. That's pretty funny. They really lean into the shill defense. Lots of insiders selling Palantir because it's overvalued.
Order filled.
Oh, it's the start of the stream. How's positioning looking? Kind of stuck in this neutral range unless we get a breakout in one direction or the other. Everything's pretty low volume though, so if we get a move, it'll probably be kind of all at once. I would say it's leaning a little more bearish with the 45-75 calls falling off. But there's still quite a lot of interest at 60, 65, and 70. $45.55 end of day. It's pretty it's pretty accurate. What's VIX doing? Getting shorted right now. Although I think out of the money calls are selling off a bit.
Stop filled.
Nice. It's gonna fail.
Order filled.
Oh god, this is like trading futures yesterday. Do any of y'all have 3D printers? I think I would like to get into that. No. What do you think of my 430 SPY 315.24 bought with VIX under 12 Seems like enough time for a good breakdown. Yeah, it seems like a good position. I like that. Under 13. Yeah. SCX and NQ capped. Likely more upside in Russell and Smalls, but I think the big guys have no more legs. Yeah, I kind of agree. I'm starting to see more and more out of the money calls fall off. They had a good position this morning, but it's getting kind of shittier. It's kind of bad. So if we fail 50, we could go to 25 though. Can we fail 50? Possibly. That looks pretty bearish too. Looks like more chopping for the rest of the day. Yeah, I would say there's a pretty good chance. Seeing more and more out of the money call selling, so bears are starting to get quite a bit of advantage here, despite the VIX short. And remember, like, selling puts here isn't particularly good, right? Because you push the market maker, like net long Vega. I'm gonna carry the market to Valhalla. I don't think so.
Stock filled.
It's so choppy. Hmm. Yeah, this is boring. Selling calls so they can squeeze them. No, not a lot of call selling. I think just in like out of the money calls closing. Looks like a lot of AMC baggies are also waking up this Thanksgiving. Oh, Jesus. Would be any significance if they broke the September high? No. How close are we to it? Not really. We're pretty far away. I don't think that's a concern today. What's the diagonal barcode on VIX? I mean, it's just going down. VIX doesn't usually have like a ton of volume. It looks like they're trying to sell as many of the like 40, 45, 50, 45, 45 puts as they feasibly can in order to keep this from falling. But I don't really think they're buying enough calls. And the more they sell, the longer puts they push the MM at 50. So but we still look like we're gonna be stuck between like 50 and 60. Maybe like the widest range would be like 45 and 60 all day. BTC crossed 38. Nice. Yeah, as the day progresses, like our chances of breaking out of that range are gonna drop.
Order filled. Stock filled.
You think we test 60 again? Um, it's possible. Yeah, 60's still on the table. It's a retest of the trend on ES.
Order rejected.
Oh. I want to buy some puts, and I missed the entry earlier. Well, VIX is going down pretty hard. It's back under 13 again. How low can NVIDIA go next week? It's a good question. I don't know. The 475 level is pretty important. If it breaks down through that, 75, 65. 60 is pretty important. But if it loses 55, it's kind of just in a free fall down to like the 420 level again. I think it's still significantly above like its neutral points and stuff though, so it's kind of a risky short still. Oh, ES failed the test of the fucking trend again. $45, 60, $350. They're being relentless on the VIX short. Yeah, they're selling a lot of puts. It's still kind of risky though. Like selling puts that close to the money, I don't think it's a good idea right now. They did the same shit on Friday. I'm gonna put a couple bucks on my Airbnb 125s for 12.15. Is this gonna break down soon, or better to just cut and wait? Yeah, it looks like it's breaking down. I mean, definitely not having that great of a day today. RSP's up, tech is down. Yields are still climbing. The 10-year is rocketing. Holy shit. It's up 160 BPS. Somehow the dollar is down to 30. Do you have any recommended lotion for dry skin during the winter? No. No, I don't. RC buying more JWN? Is he? I have no idea. I thought isn't he like under SEC investigation or some bullshit right now? Or is that over? They're selling a lot of puts at 45.50. $50.45. At least on the 0 DTE side. Put interest is picking up here on the test. A little bit of call selling. I think I think over the course of the day things are getting slightly more bearish. Charm's gonna fall off really fast too because it's a half day. Pick a direction already. Take my money so I can leave. I mean, the direction right now is kind of like we go from 45.57 to 45.56. The upside is looking worse and worse though. I feel like delta on the 45.55 strike is wrong. It should be 0.99. I'm only down 150 on my $600 risk, so I think I'm doing better. How did your risk go from $70 to $600 already? Did you have like $1,000 port? What the fuck are you doing? Never mind. Is Fubo ever gonna drop below $3? Not with IWM running. IWM's up like 80 BPS today. I'm surprised Fubo's not moved up more, honestly. The fact that we're holding $3 is a testament to the power of atomic sold calls. Fubo tips. Yeah, I'll pull them up. A little bit of shorting. So they're trying to keep it in check. They're doing a pretty good job. I bought puts to keep my sold calls safe. Nice. In the money ones? It's also ready to rocket. 242 incoming. Yeah. Tesla looks like shit. Is 237.50 just oversold? Under VIX 13 is a nice Vega entry. Yeah. Do you think we see elevated vol into next week? I think volatility is starting to move up on indexes. Slowly, but it's moving up. Imagine being dumb enough to be so trapped in your position that you have to make SPX untradeable for weeks, thereby forcing even more people to shift into treasuries instead. Could you comment on the options income based ETF offerings hitting the market? Can companies like YieldMax maintain earnings of 1% a week? Yeah, but they take big drawdowns. I know on the last big drop, the YieldMax ETFs took huge hits because all of their holdings are in in one stock, like the Tesla and Nvidia ones. So, but performance wise, yeah, you just don't want to buy them when stocks are high. You generally want to buy them when IV's up a bunch and prices are down. Yieldmax boneheaded a Tesla 217.50 sold call. They got fucked. I still think selling your own CCs is better, but it's kind of like Jeppy and QYLD. Upside potentially dying. The upside's been dying all morning. I think this is gonna get more bearish into the end of the day, frankly. Like they're selling puts right now to keep things afloat, right? And then on the upsides they're pulling back out of the money calls. But the more puts they sell, the longer they're pushing the short at like 45.50, which isn't good because if you go out to the longer chain, there's actually quite a lot of puts below 45.50. So if they lose 45.50 because they've piled up a bunch of like zero DTE long put gamma, that's gonna be a big problem. Like the range from 45.50 to 45.25 is wide open. So I think they're making a similar mistake to what they did on Wednesday. It's There might be enough interest at 45.50 to hold the support, but if they keep selling, there won't be. The range on SPY has been 70 cents all day. Gross. They opened 50-cent contracts on it. Tech's getting hammered a little. No, QQQ is not having a good day. RSP is doing pretty well though. Like smaller caps are doing okay. Dow's doing alright. So like defensive smaller caps. It's like kind of everything but big tech is doing alright. Like flat or just like up a little bit, right? A lot of flat. Um, but yeah, Mag 7's getting hit. Futures found a new low for the day. I got bought up pretty hard. Not sure if that's like stop loss hunting though. No, that was some call buying. Quite a lot of call buying. Holy shit. Where? 60? Strikes bullish for Tesla. Maybe if it goes above 237.50, it could be worth trying to capture the test of like the test of 242. But I'm not sure if there's enough time, and I'm really not sure if market like indexes are gonna behave favorably for that price action. Bull trap? Mm-mm. I knew I should not have bought this overpriced piece of shit call hedge on QQQ. Maybe not. We keep bouncing at 45.53. Yep. Yeah, but like the failure here puts us on a downtrend, right? They won't let it fail. Oh, probably not. Or they'll try not to at least. Uh-uh. Or 1 month is shifting back. Yeah, I still don't think futures looks very good here. A lower high here is pretty bearish. The biggest scam in Canada is that we can't sell cover calls without maintaining certain balances, 25K. Otherwise, I would have just done that. I think that just depends on your brokerage, right? Doesn't IBKR let you sell cover calls? You guys have weird requirements with your like TFSA accounts, but outside of that, I don't think so. I know put selling's really hard. Yeah, I think if you use like Wealth Simple or whatever that other one is, they don't like allow you to do anything. Well, you can't sell CSPs and retirement accounts, right? If the pumpers cannot afford to close their position, cannot afford to pump SPX more, and cannot afford to let SPX pull back, how long before something breaks majorly? Going to Wendy's, one anything. Yeah, if you could grab a jar of mayo while you're there, that'd be great. Thanks for 20. Oh, the pumpers cannot afford to close their position, cannot afford to pump SPX more, and cannot afford to let SPX pull back. How long before something breaks majorly? I mean, not today. That's not much I can say for certain. They're gonna try to defend today. Next week's another story. But yeah, I mean they're running out of room, right? Diminishing returns. VIX is already down to like 12, so put selling sucks. And then the more they sell, the longer they're pushing Vega, like the MM on Vega, right? But that doesn't mean that the market's gonna break down hard, right? Just that it needs to pull back. I don't know why they require margin for cash secured puts, because the put's already cash secured. It's kind of fucking stupid. Tesla's doing its normal Friday call pump. Let's try and looks like ES is gonna test the trend yet again. Very close. Although this still is kind of just like a volatile bear flag. We did set a new low on ES on that bottom. Hmm. Ooh. Do futures options matter for ES or not really? I mean, they're hedged, right? So they have some effect. UBS freezing withdrawals due to liquidity challenges. Ooh, really? That sounds like systemic risk. Pullback, then rip till the Fed meeting. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking just like near term, they need to let it pull back a little bit. GN's been moving up a lot, so like sub 4,500 maybe. Obviously, like we'll look for continuations to the downside, but I think it'll stabilize going into like the end of the month and push up. If they are able to stabilize, push up into the Fed meeting. The only thing that is kind of odd is there's some negative flows expected into the end of the month from out of pensions, um, just on profit taking going into their like end of years. I'm leaving in 30. All right, man. I'll buy some more puts in a second. Did Gert mention anything about GME? Yeah, I just check the daily. I'm still not selling my GME. When we see sub 12, I mean 12's held up pretty well. We did slide under it a little bit before, right? Yeah. There's some old support at like 1160-ish. But it looks like it's forming off like a slightly higher low. And XRT's off reg show as of Wednesday, so hopefully there'll be some settlement coming in. No problem, Bren. Cool. Maybe December 6th is the day. Yeah, I think if I get exposure, I'm just gonna get it through earnings. Things on ES still look pretty bearish. Let me see what we're doing with. So put it in the money call buying. Still selling some puts. B of A's bull bear indicator is no longer bull. Can you take a look at BCE? It has a good dividend yield, and it's pretty low right now. Do you see this going back up based on TA or continued downs? Is it BCE? Telecom. Uh, I don't know if this is as good a deal as somebody like Verizon or AT&T. I feel like I remember looking at this when I was doing comparables, and I didn't like the fluctuations in their margins. Um, they're like cash flow wasn't that great, especially with the debt they have coming or maturing. I would be worried about this. I mean, I'm worried about the safety of dividends on all utilities, but if I remember correctly, this one was a little bit more at risk. From the technical side, I mean, utilities have been recovering a bit, right? So they've been starting, and they're massively over short, so they've been starting to see some positive price action kind of across the board, and you're seeing that reflected here as well. So yeah, I would say that it could move up more. Are they the best telecom company to own? I don't necessarily think so, but they're okay. Like I said, I wish their cash flows were better. Uh, the crab is taking control. The market has crabs. Can we get some momentum down? Possibly later in the day. Another failure here would be pretty bearish. We're trying to build a ramp up to 70, but it looks like it's not going so well. So bank flows, money market, corporate high yield, bond loans, commodities, corporate IG, gold, silver, all positive, and then EM debt, government treasury, and tips are all negative. Tesla broke 237.50, so it's got a slim shot at 242. Careful though, if indexes fail, it'll lose it really fast. Most of Tesla's upside right now is supported by zero DTEs. And if it pulls back to like 35, they'll all sell off. So be careful with the risk. But yeah, it looks a little bit better to test now. We have less than 2 hours till end of day. Yeah, I know. That means either calls get pushed in the money, which hasn't happened at 60 or 65 yet, or the decay is going to start pushing us down. Can the whole pickle jar get together and play Among Us? Ew. We have less than 2 hours till end of day. Averaging down is smart. What's your GME cost average? Oh, Jesus. Averaging down is smart, but owning GME may not be. Could you go over 0DT SPX spread strategy? Which spread strategy? There's no strategies on 0DTE. Holidays really throw off my trading to family to FAP ratio. I don't like it. Can you short VIX sub 1268 for my Christmas present? Where did VIX go, by the way? I don't know. That might be kind of bottomed out for today. I thought we closed at 12 today. Turns out I have twice as much theta as I thought I did. I'm rich. Nice. Intraday credit spreads for swinging ranges. I mean, you can just sell credit spreads in the money as like an alternative to a call, but I just do that because of PDT. Because I don't want to close anything if I don't have to. Ooh. 4-week ETF flows for tech are falling off really hard. Municipals, dividends, energy value, and growth are picking up. Percent allocation for equities is falling. Interesting. Debt allocation doesn't look super good either, though. Yes, looks like it's gonna fail another test. Doing anything good this weekend? Um, no, I didn't really have any plans. I might go visit some friends or something. We'll see. QQQ. Also kind of looking shitty. Watching paint dry is more fun than this. Yeah, it's not very exciting. Half day. The realized vol in the morning was kind of fun, but this sucks. If ES fails, I don't know, if ES fails this test, we might get a little bit of momentum. It's starting to fail. Or if it breaks through. Yeah. I feel like if it breaks through, it's just gonna fail 70 again. I don't think the upside looks better. Ten-minute warning, Cork. All right, but that's just one line. Where's the other lines? Still in K view? Yeah, yeah. It does. I got a side on my CSPs, but I'm still in it. It's been kind of pulling back a bit. I got assigned with the dividend, which kind of sucked. But I'm probably close to break even. I don't have that account open right now, so I don't remember what my cost basis is. I might be a little bit up. It's the only. All right, that's fair. Test 60, then VIX to 69 end of day. Still in KView, looking good lately. Oh, yeah. Seems like it's bottomed around 19-ish. What? I saw a write-up and announcements yesterday. First class. Thanks, Jaffa. Any thoughts on crypto direction through December? I don't track crypto. When's the halvening? It'll probably run into the halvening, then flatten out. KView? Oh. KView bottomed at like 18, I think. But I bought in before that. I had $20 CSPs, and then I bought shares at like 22 and 19, I think. Bips? Ooh. That's that's on UNG. It hit a multi-year low. I mean, I don't think expectations of a cold winter are very high right now. It depends on how long you're willing to hold it. I'm sure at some point natural gas prices will move back up a bit. Or dark like this. I don't know if they're really successfully pumping out of it. I think they burned the pump. Honestly, like look. Yeah, I don't think that's a bullish move. They did try to pump before. They tried like on that big bounce that we got off 53. That was a big fucking pump. Ooh. I like it. No bounce off 53 would be nice. Yeah, that'd be cool. The MM's gonna flip here in a second, so they either need to buy or this is gonna get more bearish. It's a little bit of put selling coming in right here. So they're gonna try to buy it. Although I'm not sure put selling is the answer. I think call buying would be better. When they price put so cheaply, Theta Burn doesn't seem to hurt as much. It still hurts a bit. Ooh. Hmm.
Order filled.
How's next week's OI? I think we see more upside. I think after the OI above 4560 breaks down today, the concentration of interest shifts down to like 4525. So our range could pull down into next week at a minimum. Or we start to pull back harder. We still need to move down quite a bit to confirm any downside. Like we still need to break down below 4500, but we might start to see at least the beginning of that into the beginning of next week. Dude, I am killing it on ES today. I can't make any fucking money on SPX, but ES is going great. Ironically. It's so much more fun being able to make money off 25-cent moves instead of dollar moves. Is this a good range to short Tesla? No. It's still very risky, kind of choppy here for shorts. Below 230, 227.50 is better. Like confirm that breakdown on the longer term trend, right? But if it does break that, then yeah, it looks it could look a little bit better. I didn't check Tesla's options last night, but if you give me a second, I'll check them. Yeah, so even sub 236 is getting kind of bearish. Yeah, the 230 level and then confirmed at the 217 level. Alright, so they push the MM back off neutral again, and now the MM's moving back to neutral. Okay, so not quite, but close. Negative 47,000. The MM positioning is really fucking up their ability to sell large amounts of puts. What's up, SH? Am I invisible? Can anyone read my text? I see what you said. SPX flatter than Gherk's Tom Tom? No. Oh goody, WeBull's trying to give me more fractional shares. Fuck off. Mm, 5 minutes still looks pretty bearish. 15 looks really bearish. Let's see how this looks out here. That doesn't look so hot. 1 minute's gross. 5 minutes coming down. 15's flat. Daily's reverting a little bit. Alright. Buying anything for Black Friday? I don't know, maybe. I'll look around. I don't think I need anything right now. I want to get a different stand mixer. Oh, and I need to get a new stock pot because the one I have, my lid broke. So yeah, I might get some stuff. We'll see. Do you need a new fancy tamper? No. I just have a regular one. I don't like the spring-loaded ones. They're a pain in the ass to set up. Do you think it's more likely we see upside Monday? No. Right now, I think Monday looks kind of bearish. And if we close today below 45.50, very bearish. I don't like super auto machines. They're super hard to maintain, and they make better espresso than an espresso, but not much. But maintaining them and fixing them is a huge pain in the ass. And expensive. For worse coffee. So you spend more on the machine, you pay more over time to own it, and you get worse coffee out of it. Strongly, I guess. Yeah, I feel I feel strongly about them. Strong thoughts. Holy fuck, this is boring. Get a fancy Moonraker WDT tool. What a waste of money. I have like 6 guitar strings shoved into a cork. And it works better. What are some of your favorite leftover recipes? I just I'm not a big fan of Thanksgiving food. I don't know. I usually just throw them out. What's the cork for? To hold the guitar strings? Yeah, I don't like I don't like turkey the first fucking day, let alone the next. Don't people just like make sandwiches? The strings? It's see, you have like the cork, right? And then the guitar strings are like you kind of shove them through the end and knot them, right? And so those strings come out like this. And then you kind of stir that around the coffee, and it breaks up like the little clumps of espresso, so it's all uniform. And then you like you tamp it down, right? I'm tired of Ubering. Yeah, I can't imagine that's very fun. Classic wire distribution technique. It's Weiss distribution technique. $10 is the maximum I can sit in a car driving. Get a more comfortable car. The problem with Ubering is that it's like unless you're in a state where they salary you, it's a net loss. Net loss for taxes. No, over time, just a net loss. The wear and tear on the car, and the vehicle, and then the interior, right? Also, it hurts the resale value of your car as well. At least, well, if you have to get commercial plates. I think things like oh, was it Carfax reports when you use your car on Uber now. Uber's like an MLM. The money's getting other people to sign up using your referral code. No commercial plans. Keeping the car until I die. Okay. When's the fucking MM gonna flip? Oh, we're so close. Negative 35,000. Calls are still selling off. A little bit of put buying here. Not much, but a little bit. I'd just be buying back sold puts. That's like cabs and taxis make money. They make a lot more money than Uber. Does Uber have a different model? Uber has a model where they charge customers 200% more than they pay drivers. Taxis and like car services work off of a lease agreement, right? So you have like a driver pool, and they lease the vehicle, and then they keep 100% of the like money made, right? And then the company makes money on leasing vehicles. How do cab medallions work? You lease them with the cab. So you like go to a cab company, and they have however many like medallion vehicles, and then you pay like in New York City, I think they pay like 200 a day for the cab, and then they pay like another like 50 or something for the medallion. So they pay like 250 a day, and then everything on top of that is theirs. Yeah, people still take taxis in New York. It's like one of the few places where people still take taxis. You can walk out your door and get a taxi. And Uber, you might have to wait like 45 minutes, right? Like they're not always as efficient. And there's also places where like only I think only taxis are allowed to pick up. Taxis in like Uber Black. Do you have a weird taxi story? No, not really. You pay more though? No, Uber's fucking more expensive than taxis. The drivers get less, but Uber's frequently more expensive. Like airport flat rates and taxis are pretty cheap compared to Uber. Not to mention just the sheer amount of business in New York kind of precludes Uber from taking over entirely. It's too busy of a market. Man, retail is massively overinvested in QQQ, Tesla, Nvidia, and Microsoft. Looks like the rug's getting set. Palantir too. Jesus Christ. Mm. Gherkin, the market's not doing anything. I'm well aware. I mean, it is. It's just not fun. The things it's doing aren't fun. It's technically breaking down. Just in the slowest way possible, right? Like we broke the trend, kind of had like a little flash of realized vol, right? And then bear flag, fail. But it's very slow going. There should be some resistance around 62. And then below that, 45.60 on ES. Big red candles incoming. I don't know if we're going to have any big candles, but the market maker's positioning slowly turning over, so it's not looking good for the bulls. They bought the last two points at which it almost flipped. I don't know if they're going to buy another one after the poor performance of the last big attempt at pumping. There's a lot of put interest at 50.45. It's mostly sold, but it's there. Yeah, QQQ is moving a little. If tech recovers, that's pretty bullish. But neither of them look particularly hot. 1 second. We said retail's over leveraged into specific stocks. How can you tell? Analyst reports from JPM. Any chance we touch 50? A small one. Kind of running out of time to pull it off, but yeah, small chance. You can draw a straight line under 55. Yeah, everything flips a lot more bearish after 55, so they're trying to protect it. Negative 25,000 now. Today's Black Friday sale. Fix. Yeah. Ooh. Nice little futures rejection. Tiny bit of volume there. Shopping stream after market close? No. I thought I might go out today. Do some walking or something. Pick out something for dinner. Ooh, we lost 55. It's happening at the slowest possible pace. Oh, they're buying the dip. Fuckers. Does the Macy's parade mess up traffic a lot? No, not really. There's usually a lot of traffic because people come from all over to watch it. But like the parade itself doesn't really fuck up traffic too much. It's like just down like 34th. Maybe coming through the tunnel it does. You're talking about going outside more. The market hates it. I just kind of want to go for like a walk or something today. I'm feeling cooped up. No, I'm not in the parade, Bob. Imagine how much money you'd save if you don't live in New York. Yeah, I'd rather live in New York. Don't embrace the shut-in life. I go out a lot. Like you guys, I know you guys think that I spend all my time inside. I don't. I usually make it a point to go out and do something every day. I don't like people. I don't necessarily like going out every time I do it, but there's the dip buy. Just fucking just reverse it now. I don't want to wait another hour. We don't have another hour. Yeah, good. Fucking stupid stop loss hunts. When GME at 19. You know Gamma Max is like 16, right? What's the power half hour today or regular power hour? I mean, regular power hour? I know Gamma Max can rise. Can it? People need to show up and buy in order for that to happen. I wish this would fucking break so we could start to get some momentum down. '80s to the 2000s, not the '80s or early '90s. During the peak of the crack epidemic, New York was not better then than it is now. The food was better, but the rest of it wasn't. Here's the problem with TikTok and getting all your information about places from social media is that they tend to present they tend to present the extremes, right? Like New York's not that bad. If you're like an idiot and you go dangerous places at night or by yourself, then yeah, sure, but that's any major city, right? Per capita, crime rates in like the South are way worse than they are in New York. Chicago's infinitely worse. Parts of Yonkers aren't so nice. Some parts of Yonkers are really nice. Do you ever plan on coming back to Cali? You know, my biggest problem with California, besides a lot of the people, like, I like Californians. I don't like people who've moved to California because they made money in the Midwest. Those people are insufferable. Um, but I don't want to just sit in my fucking car for 4 hours a day. And California forces that, a lot of that on you. Like, you just spend so much of your fucking life in your car. When I used to work out there, my commute was like 6 hours a day. It was fucking terrible. It wasn't even that far. It was like fucking 40 miles. Yeah, it is terrible. And the cost of living is the same or higher, right? So I don't I don't get the advantage. It's warm. Maybe if I was old. If I'm old and rich. But other than that, I can't see a reason for living there. Thinking of moving back to Long Island if I get the right job offer. If I do, will we be BFFs? I've already told you, if you're willing to renounce your vendetta against me, we could get along better. What, you rang? You called for one of those nice native born and raised Californians who know how to avoid traffic and never spend more than an hour in their car? Well, that's not true. But some of them don't. It helps if you live by the beach and you've owned your house for 30 years. No, I hate Florida. I would never move there. I guess that's a no. Thanks for the clarification. Friendometer hitting all time lows. Spend a week with me here and I'll break that narrative and have. Dude, I lived there for like almost 10 years. That's just because you live in Hollywood and also work in Hollywood. If I become an insufferable transplant, I'll deal with it. My brother works in Culver City and he walks to work. Amazon. He has a Corolla, but he barely drives. But then you have to live in Culver City. There was only like a lot of realized volatility this morning. And that was because of like PMI and where positioning was. Ten is the worst freeway in the world on the 405. They're all shit. The 110 sucks, the 10 sucks, the 101 sucks, the fucking 710, the 5. They're all garbage. They're still fighting pretty hard to keep the market maker hedge from flipping. They'll probably be successful. There's only 48 minutes left. They're selling a lot of puts. That doesn't mean we're going up. It just means that we're not falling below 55. Please cut me off. I can't stop buying puts. Everyone's getting 45.50s for Christmas. It's not unreasonable. I've picked up a few today. I know how you feel. What a weird fucking day. The shorted VIX to oblivion for 0% on the SPX. Winning. I've been picking up like end of November, and December puts, like nearer the money. I've been buying March puts, like for those are Vega positions though. I think I added to all three today. VIX to 11? I don't. Not unless you want to see the market blow up. I do. Never mind. This is still the shortest volatility's been since Volmageddon. They're really pushing it. VIX to 5, SPX to 6,000. Let her rip. I wonder what AUMs on volatility products are looking like right now. What kind of Vega do you target on vol plays? Seems like roughly 2 to 2.5 Vega per $10 on SPX. 4,000 to 3,500 strikes. Yeah, I mean, that's the range I'm targeting. Then VIX to 6,000. SPX to 5. These are very ambitious targets. Are we going to 45.60? Maybe not. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're really trying. Kind of a tricky situation, though. I'm not even sure keeping the 55 in the money is advantageous here. Put call interest is like this is what the options interest looks like the gamma looks like right now. Hold on. Just so you guys can just see how actually boring it is. The middle's 55. What's that? Oh. We're gonna close at 45, 55, 51 or 45, 55, 49. I don't know. It depends on if they keep selling 45, 50 puts. Because if they do, we might close at 45, 45. We got a lot of range of plus minus 1 bip. This is one of the most exciting days I can remember in recent history. This morning was a lot more fun. I took 1,000 profit on condors today. Nice, man. I don't post much, but I'm usually listening. Glad to be part of your improved mental health and personal growth over the last 3 years. That's excessive, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I want that MM to drop this like yesterday, Wednesday. That's kind of what I'm hoping happens. Is that they oversell the 45.50 put again, and the MM flips long on it, and their hedge, if their hedge moves over, we drop super hard, like 20, 30 basis points. I'm super glad you're not as bored anymore, but mostly glad you're sharing the big brains so we can use it. Thanks for that. No problem, Jen. Doing this during the pandemic was awful. Like I would just wake up and stare at charts all fucking day. And then I would watch Netflix until I went to sleep. Sometimes I would do both, stare at charts and watch Netflix. Not just Netflix, but all the streaming services. I used to stare at charts and Peener AI, way better. Yeah, it is. It's sad to know at one point I was up 80,000 on GME. Now I'm down 80,000. Oh, how the turns have tabled. I remember you were doing really well selling covered calls there for a while. That's a weird way to say Pornhub. No. The first part of the pandemic, I had a girlfriend who was would have been very against that. She was the jealous type. What would it take for you to read RC's newest books to us on stream? $55,000 per book, no less. Oh, this price on GME, it seems like pennies in front of a bulldozer to sell CCs. Yeah, it's not worth it. I haven't sold CCs. Well, I haven't sold a lot of CCs for a few weeks now. A couple weeks. A few, but yeah, they're definitely not worth it. We're not giving RC any more of our money. No books. We freaking wish RC would come on here. Yeah, because then I could ask him why the fuck he's not doing anything with our company. It's a secret. Yeah, 4D chess, right? Here's the problem. You don't have secrets when you own a public company. Secrets are for private companies. He's selling physical media movies. Awesome. Why can't I play D4 for free while others can? Probably because you're Canadian. Dump it. No, this is super dull. We got 30 minutes left. Dude, I've had a fucking ES contract with a 45, 65, 75 stop open for like fucking 2 hours now. They're not criming the fuck out of VIX. It's just really, really boring. For 0.1%, 0.2 down. They have to keep buying the dip, otherwise we lose 45.50. And if we lose 45.50, we could lose a lot more. Like this, we could drop out of this whole range. Kind of impressive it's still up with the tech drop. Yeah, RSP is holding it up right now. Like breadth is okay. As of now, you think we get 4,600 next week? No, I don't. I don't think there's a lot of room left to the upside. I think this is about done. Unless there's some news or something, but I don't think we have much at the beginning of next week. Not until what? PC? New home sales. Case Schiller. None of those are going to be big enough. We got a 7-year note auction next week and a 5-year note, 2, 5, and 7 next year. So those will be important. And then I think we get GDP and core PCE. Wednesday's fucking stacked with data. Hey, we finally lost fucking 55. Come on, keep going. Nope, nope, stop buying the dip, you fuckers. Goddamn son of a bitch. This is ridiculous. This isn't even like... It's just like watching prime lenders masturbate. But no one ever finishes. Just really tired and red in the face. It's called market edging. It's not. This is the stupidest shit I've ever seen. They're literally selling so many puts that they're pushing the MM short. Like, and then in response to like the MM's delta exceeding their positional delta, they're just selling more puts. It's like, oh shit, we've sold too many puts. The market's going down. Let's sell some more. It seems like that could end badly if they do it too much. No shit. Mostly it's just on a very short scale, right? It's on like the weekly contracts, but if they were to start doing it on like the longer dated contracts, that would be very frightening. I don't think that's going to happen. We're very far from that point on like the monthly contracts on SPX. We'd have to be above like what 4650, something like that. I don't think SPX, at least as long as we've tracked it, like I don't think the entire chain has ever been in that position. That would be very, very weird. I'm just trying to run the clock out. Yeah, I mean, there's a very real reason to protect 55. 50's net negative. 45 and 40 are also, yeah, like there's a ramp all the way down to like 45.25. If we hit that, it's really like we fall through the collar, right? And then they lose all the upside support here that they could use to de-risk. So I think mostly they're just trying to hold it up until data supports more liquidity coming in and push to the upside. That doesn't mean they're going to be successful. And right now they haven't been. Like Wednesday was kind of a shit show, and today's even stupider. So they got lucky with the data in the early part of the week. If we get a small pullback to 4,500, do you think they're going to control vol like they did for the most part when we pulled back to 4,100? Yeah, I think they'll try to control vol as much as they can all the way down until it breaks. I expect that with the Fed meeting in early December, that they'll try to hold us above delta neutral until the Fed meeting. At a Yeah, but more ideally above gamma neutral. I get more profit taking on 55 calls again. Setting lower lows, lower highs. It's starting to pick up a downtrend, but it's kind of not soon enough. Did you enter any more IWM today with this bounce? No, not unless it falls back below DM. New VIX 3-year low. Is it? Oh, yep. No, same low as, oh wait, was that 68? Oh, 68. This is 67. One by a penny, yeah. Yeah, I knew it was the 60s. I didn't know it was 68. God, that looks bearish as fuck. Ooh. Not enough time for that, though. Spy close 45.5502 is almost guaranteed. It's kind of surprising given how much interest there is at 45.50. But yeah. Let me check Monday's expiration, I think. Let's see how things are stacking up over there. There's got to be some support at 55 on Monday. They're positive delta again. No, it's still negative. It's like negative 160 something thousand. How the fuck isn't this loading? Alright, this is now the third hour I've been in these ES contracts for, and I'm only up one tick. Like barely enough for the commissions. Yeah, some call side interest at 60 and 50 on Monday. Shitload of puts at 55 though. 30 and 25 too. Those are probably sold though. Gamma flip point moved up to 45, 22, 50 for Monday. Have we seen any increases in sold calls for next week? Um, at like 75, there's some sold shit. 4600, 4625, 4650 has a lot of sold calls. Those are further out though. Those are like December. But between 75 and 4600, shockingly, not a lot. I think bulls kind of learned their lesson there though, right? After they got blown up like 3 times on selling short calls too close to the money. Ooh, QQQ slipping. The bulls have learned nothing. Look at Vix. Fair. The problem is the dip buys become worse and worse. Come on, just fail 55. Don't get it. Ah, bastards. Let's short Vix 3 more cents. And if it ever fails 55, retests and then fails again, it'll drop pretty hard, I think. So good at catching falling knives. Like a circus act. Ooh. Call delta is starting to slip. They're getting rugged by other bulls now. I love it. Ooh. 14 minutes left. Fucking finally.
Order rejected.
What the fuck? Oh. Oh, they didn't get the 60 in the money. That's a big punt. I still just have the one. Yeah, I still just have the one from Wednesday. I could close the call side here and move it, but it doesn't seem worth it. Yeah, I picked up some Vega plays today. Some more March. 4,000s.
Order rejected.
The fuck? What is it doing now? Hmm. That's weird. Bear flag breakdown into a megaphone. The upper bound's getting awfully close. I can't believe 45.50s are 5 cents right now. Ooh. Hmm. Suspenseful? Kind of. I mean, it looks like they've got it. Although Delta's moving a bit positive here, which is not necessarily good for them. They're closing short puts to push the market up. Oh yeah, so MM's long the short put. That makes sense. Later, Barius, Aquarius. VIX at yearly low. What mean? Nothing will ever happen again. Oh shit. It means JPM's right. SPX will hit 45,000 and at the end of 2024. And until the last 3 days of 2024, we're going to trade right here at 45.50. No, JPM said 45,000 end of 2024. Hmm. Are they going to test 60? Or do they just want a green close? So much call buying. Jimmy will probably still be at $12. 2-1 puts to calls it is, I guess. Yeah, I might add a couple puts onto my straddle tonight. I don't think I'm going to go 2-1, but I'll add a few. I got like a minute left. Yeah, stuck between 55 and 60. Wall Street has no more money to steal from the US taxpayer. I'm sure they do. Ooh, last minute push. I want them to do all this and then still fail to get the 45.60 in the money. Ding ding. Wait, is the market not closed? I'm just fucking short ES here. Did... Oh, okay. It is closed. No, it's closed. That was fucking strange. All right. Yeah, so a little bit of interest built to the upside for Monday's expiration at 45.60, but not much below us to support the price action. A bunch of the out of the money calls fell off today, so we'll see how that repositions into Monday. ES is trying to push up back above the long-term trend right now. It may or may not fail. Dollar down today, yields up kind of across the board, with the 10-year leading the way at 160 BPS to the upside. Dow had a pretty good day today, 32 up, and so did Russell, 66. Tech was broadly down. NQ closed negative 18 basis points, and ES or SPX closed up, what, 4, 5? 6 basis points. So pretty flat, which is kind of what we expected, but definitely a lot of VIX shorting in order to keep it there. I wouldn't say that looks super bullish for next week. They're stacking up a lot of Vega risk like right at the money. So Monday, I don't think we have any super important data. That might be another opportunity to target that 43.75 range. There's new home sales and like Dallas Fed, and then at 1 o'clock we have the 2 and 5 year note auctions. So that might be interesting. And then China Sunday night has industrial profits, which is a big deal. They're expected to improve, but still very negative. $45.75. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Everybody have a great weekend. I'll see you Sunday for the member stream at 12:30. And then I'll have Pickles Picks out Sunday night. For the rest of you, I'll see you Monday. Later, guys.